My name is Brittany. My husband and I have 3 kids. Our first was born by C-section when we were young and didn't really know what we were doing. Our second was this amazing VBAC, and then we got pregnant with our third. I knew that I really wanted a team around me, and I kind of knew what I wanted in my birth far more than I did the first 2 times around. So we started talking, and right away we hired a doula, and I was so excited about that. And then I brought up birth photography, and my husband was like, "You want pictures of what?" But as we kind of talked about it, the days that our first 2 were born were so special, and the pictures I have were so minimal. So I said, let's just go meet with Danica. And we did, and I just fell in love with her. She was so kind and warm and welcome, and her photography was just it was all about the emotion of the day. And that's just really what I wanted to remember, is those memories they fade so quickly. And some of them you want to fade quickly about birth, but it was just something that I really wanted to capture. So we hired her, and I was so excited and really looking forward to it. When I went into labor, my husband called her. I don't remember seeing her at all until after my daughter was born. I remember the midwife telling me that she had arrived, but I didn't really care. But she was just in the background. I was worried that I would be distracted or cautious of how I looked or anything. And it was not a thing. Danica was so perfect about kind of hiding in the background. But I know now in hindsight, she was doing little things like grabbing towels or getting my husband water. And was just such an important part of the birth team. But also, I didn't realize she was there. It was perfect. So then we got the pictures back, and I just cried. There's something so incredible about being able to go and relive that moment. If you're anything like me, I watch my wedding video all the time, because to go back and relive that moment and all the feelings of it, and knowing just what a beautiful day that was. Now I get to do that with the birth of my daughter. And she just turned 3, and actually on her 3rd birthday, I said, let's sit down and watch your birth video together. And the awe on her face of watching herself be born. I mean, when, the video first starts, there's my big belly, and she was, oh, that's me. And she got to watch herself be born, and that she gets to grow up seeing birth as something so positive and loving, and it doesn't hide the fact that it hurt, but she's going to have such a positive experience around birth. From being able to watch her own, and we can talk about, daddy's rubbing mommy's back, there was so much love and happiness in that room, and I get to relive that now because of Danica. So the cost is hard. We had all 3 of our kids were born in 4 years. So that was something that was really hard. But now, in hindsight, again, having poured over them now for 3 years, and they're hung up in our hallways, and that I get to talk to all of my kids about what those days were like when they were born, and then show them, I think is such a gift for them too. And that's the kind of thing that's just priceless. So we cannot recommend Danica enough. And I'm so, so glad we chose her to be part of our birth team.